All right, shalom, shalom, everyone. Shabbat shalom. We're in Isaiah chapter 14, verse 18. Yeshayahu 14, verse 18. It says, all the kings of the nations sleep in glory, everyone in his own house. But you are cast away from your tomb like an abominable branch. Speaking to Israel. Clothed with the slain, who are thrust through with the sword, who go down to the stones of the pit like a dead body trodden underfoot. You will not join them in burial because you have destroyed your land. You have killed your people. The offspring of evildoers will not be named forever. So that's good news at the end there. That the wicked won't be overtaken or be on top forever. Verse 21, prepare for slaughter of his children because of the iniquity of their fathers. Here goes Yahuwah visiting the iniquity of, what is it, the third and fourth generation or whatever, right? He visits the iniquity. Here's one manifestation of that. This is bad. Prepare for slaughter of his children because of the iniquity of their fathers, that they not rise up and possess the earth and fill the surface of the world with cities. I will rise up against them, says Yahuwah of armies, and cut off from Babylon name and remnant, and son and son's son, says Yahuwah. I will also make it a possession for the porcupine and pools of water. I will sweep it with the broom of destruction, says Yahuwah of armies. I think last time we were talking about Babylon falling. That's what it was. Going up. Yep. Verse 4, that you will take up this parable against the king of Babylon. All right. That's what's going on. Not Yisrael. Where am I at? Verse 23. I will also make it a possession for the porcupine and pools of water. I will sweep it with the broom of destruction, says Yahuwah of armies. Verse 24. Yahuwah of armies has sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it happen, and as I have purposed, so shall it stand, that I will break the Assyrian in my land. Hallelujah. And tread him underfoot on my mountains. Then his yoke will leave them, and his burden leave their shoulders. So Assyrians are not Israelites. These are the bad guys. Verse 26, this is the plan that is determined for the whole earth. This is the hand that is stretched out over all the nations. Wow. Yahuwah has a plan to bring this kind of global calamity. Maybe that's because Assyrians are spread out. 27, for Yahuwah of armies has planned, and who can stop it? His hand is stretched out, and who can turn it back? Yahuwah is going to take vengeance. Revenge is already in his heart, in his hands, in his eyes, and he's going to do it. Derail.
All right, obviously I'm reading from the Septuagint. I was going to go back to verse 20. And in your version, he said, I have destroyed your land. Well, in the Septuagint, it's Yahuwah's land. He says, destroyed my land and has slain my people. Just wanted to point that out.
That's a difference, and I like that one better. Because that one threw me off. That's why I thought I was talking about Israel, because of how the Masoretic translation, I like that one better. That makes more sense.
Yeah, for verse 23, it does verify Babylon.
Yeah. Read 23 from the Septuagint.
And I will make the region of Babylon desert, so that the hedgehog shall dwell there, and it shall come to nothing. And I will make it a pit of clay for destruction. Hallelujah.
Wow. No, yeah, I like that way better than the Masoretic translation. Wow. Thank you. Verse 28 now. This burden was in the year that King Ahaz died. Don't rejoice, O Philistia, all of you, because the rod that struck you is broken. For out of the serpent's root an adder will emerge, and his fruit will be a fiery flying serpent. Does anybody have anything different for 29? What's an adder? Were there a cockatrice in the King James? Well, I don't even know what that is. The definition. Yep. H6848. Poisonous serpent, a viper, snake, something of that sort. Don't rejoice, O Philistia. So Philistia, let me look this up real quick, just out of curiosity. Philistia, land of sojourners. That's what it means. The general territory on the west coast of Canaan, or the entire country of Palestine. Interesting. Philistines? Probably related. I'm unsure. So we hear a lot about Palestine nowadays, don't we? There's a lot of news on Palestine. Always something going on over there. Verse 30. The firstborn of the poor will eat, and the needy will lie down in safety. And I will kill your root with famine, and your remnant will be killed. Howl, gate, or cry out, gate. Cry, city, you are melted away, Philistia, or Palestine, if that's the right geographical interpretation. All of you, for smoke comes out of the north, and there is no strangler in his... I have straggler? Straggler. No straggler in his ranks. What will they answer the messengers of the nation? That Yahuwah has found Zion, and in her the afflicted of his people will take refuge. So yeah, basically, long story short, in a very poetic, with a lot of poetic verbiage here, the enemies of Israel, the enemies of Yahuwah, and they will be destroyed in the latter days, in the end days. So whether this is a double prophecy and this took place already at some point in history, I'm unsure. Maybe it did. But this seems more global, like a global vengeance of Yahuwah that I don't think the earth has seen yet. So that's what it sounds like to me. D-Rail, what you got? And then I'll go to Ezzy.
Just wanted to read 31 and 32 on how the Septuagint reads it. It says, "How ye gates of cities, let the cities be troubled and cry, even all the Philistines, for smoke is coming from the north, and there is no possibility of living." 32, "And what shall the kings of the nations answer? That the Lord has founded Zion, and by him the poor of the people shall be saved." A little different.
Interesting. Ezzy, my bad. Ezzy.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's prophecy, and I have a cross reference of Habakkuk 2:8-14, which seems like it's talking about a prophecy as well, but it refers to the nations and the remnant of the people. So in verse 8, chapter 2, verse 8, it says, "Because you have plundered many nations, all the remnant of the people shall plunder you, because of men's blood and doing violence to the land, to the city, and to all who dwell in it. Woe to him who is getting evil gain for his house in order to put his nest on high to escape the clutches of evil. You have counseled shame for your house to cut off many peoples, and your being is sinning. For a stone from the wall cries out, and a beam from the timbers answers it. Woe to him who builds a town by blood and establishes a city by unrighteousness. See, it is not from Yahuwah of hosts that peoples labor only for fire, and nations weary themselves for naught or nothing. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the esteem of Yahuwah as the waters cover the sea." That covers everybody. So.
Excellent. And again, that was confirmation that Yahuwah is speaking to the enemies, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice. Praise Yah. Good stuff. I'm going to stop the recording here because that's the remainder of Isaiah 14. Does anybody have any other words? I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I think there's some deep things in here that we probably don't have answers to. You know, you can always go deeper with these scriptures, looking at the names of places, looking at what it means in the original Hebrew. It brings more clarity to what's being said here. Other than that, it's pretty self-explanatory. This is prophecy about Yahuwah's enemies being destroyed, which we see in the book of Revelation. The big name is Babylon, and we see that it comes down, and that's like the grand finale, you know, of a world system, a world government kingdom of resources and merchandise and all that comes down. So anyway, I will end there. That's Isaiah chapter 14, verse 18 to 32.